What's good, everybody? Back again. You already know. Last video, we gave y'all our takeaways from week 3.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We gave y'all our takeaways, but now we here for week 4. I'm your host, Rip16. He's your other host.
Ty the Jet, man. We coasting.
We coasting. We started off last week, 10-6, 11-5, going into week 3. Mm-hmm. Ironically, we right back here again.
11-5, baby.
He's 11-5. I'm 10-6 again.
What's the total?
Total?
Yeah.
Man, you making me do quick math in my head. You got you got 31 wins. You got 31 wins, 17 losses right now.
Woo!
I have
31-17.
29 and 19.
31-17, baby. We looking good.
It's not bad though. That's not bad though. Those are respectable numbers.
Yeah, we're doing good.
You
we're
know,
doing
on
good.
both ends. So I say all that to say, like, when we talk about this stuff in the rundown, it means something.
Hey, we
giving y'all some picks.
We over 50%.
We giving y'all some picks. Y'all just gotta tap in.
We hitting now.
That's why you gotta like, share, comment, subscribe. Get your
Subscribe
peoples in
to
here
the
with
channel,
you.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
Make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Keep showing us love. We're gonna keep on showing y'all love.
We dropping videos every Wednesday, man. Every Wednesday of the rundown, the takeaways, best bets, and the dog of the week. So make sure you tap in, you subscribe, and you stay tuned every Wednesday of the NFL season, man.
That is for sure. That is for sure.
But without further ado,
we got to get into the rundown.
Let's get to it, man.
Let's get it, man.
What we got?
All right, man. First game of the week. Let's get into some Thursday night football.
TNF.
Detroit Lions versus the Green Bay Packers.
Okay.
The point spread is 1. The Lions are the favorite by 1 whole point. It's really a pick 'em.
Yeah, really.
And I will say this first game is very indicative of the entire slate this week because it is some tough matchups.
Oh, man. We might get killed this week.
Started off good, but we're going to have to make it do what it do this week because these are some tough ones to call.
Hell yeah.
What do you think about this one?
Detroit Lions, the Green Bay Packers, man. So we all know Green Bay just came off of a tremendous win at home.
Fourth quarter comeback.
Against the Saints. Fourth quarter comeback down 17 points. The Detroit Lions put a beating on the Atlanta Falcons at home. Dominated the Falcons all across the board.
Jared Goff played very well.
Jared Goff played well.
He did what he been doing.
Yeah, their defense played very well, getting after the quarterback, stopping the run, held Atlanta to 44 rushing yards. The thing here, I'm looking to see. Obviously, we need to wait. I'm thinking Aaron Jones is going to come back and play because he's been out for about 2 weeks. So he was working out, getting ready, and warm-ups.
They say he's working out. It's looking a lot more promising.
Yeah, it's looking a lot more promising.
That's another thing to remember about these bets. These coaches are really getting on my nerves.
Shady.
They're getting all 30 of them getting on my. How many is it? 32.
Yeah.
All 32 of them getting on my nerves.
Yeah.
With these questionable, he's day to day. We don't know yet. We gotta call his girlfriend and see what he on this week. I don't like it.
Yeah,
I don't like it. Aaron Jones might play. The hamstring thing is still, but he's starting practicing. It's looking promising. So we gonna see. I'm
gonna give the edge. I'm gonna give the edge to the Green Bay Packers, man. I'm gonna take the Packers at home on this one. They at home, man. Playing in Green Bay is tough. I know Detroit is a better team now, but I'm gonna take the Green Bay Packers at home.
It's tough for me. I'm torn between the Packers and the Lions. I'm leaning towards the Lions because Goff has been playing so clean, and that passer efficiency rating for Jordan Love kind of took a hit for the majority of that game till he righted the ship. You know what I'm saying? You got 2 solid defenses. You got 2 quarterbacks that have been playing pretty smooth. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this game go into overtime.
Right.
I'm leaning towards Lions. The only thing that gives me pause is both of them have issues with the run game right now, like the consistency of the run game. Mm-hmm. The Lions, you might get some production. If they having a good production day on the run game, then I think you definitely in there. But if you don't, I don't know. And then we don't know what Aaron Jones going to do. If Aaron Jones is in the lineup, I think that definitely sways me towards Green Bay. But right now, without Aaron Jones, I'm going to go ahead and say Lions.
But so if he plays, and then what? You can't change your pick.
Hey, man. That's why I call it no hedging, baby.
Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm taking Green Bay. They got momentum. I'm expecting Aaron Jones to play. You know, I know Detroit, you know, they just came off that win, but they on the road. Give me Green Bay at home, man. Go Pack, go.
I feel it, man. I'm not mad at you. Much respect to you.
Uh-oh.
Next game. I'm in London. I like to go shop at the mall. The Atlanta Falcons.
Dirty Birds in London.
Versus the Dirty Jags.
Versus the Jags in London.
Against some London blokes that have been there quite a few times.
Jags
you said it's a home game.
Jags favored by 3 points. Jags always play in London. Atlanta once again on the road. This is not a good spot for Atlanta road team. I do understand that the Jags have been.
Everybody.
I do understand that the Jags been playing like shit for the first 3 weeks. I understand that. This is the week that they step it up and do way better. Like I said, the Atlanta Falcons have been playing great and playing good against trash quarterbacks. Week 1 was Bryce Young. Week 2 was Jordan Love, right? They come and play week 3, Jared Goff. It's a different Atlanta Falcons team. Obviously, the running game wasn't effective. The thing with Atlanta Falcons, you get behind in the run game, forces you to pass. That's not what they want to do.
Yeah.
That's not the formula for success for Atlanta. I think the Jags play better. I think they play better defense. They got a good front to stop the run, to slow the run down.
I'm listening to everything you're saying right now.
Just listen to me now. I think this is the best bet of the week. Jags -3, comeback win. Jags at home in London. Like I said, Atlanta, once again, they're 8-18 now on the road. Not a good road team. Take the Jags, -3, all the points.
Yeah, all of that's cute. Last week he said the best bet of the week, Dallas Cowboys. Yeah.
DUVALL.
You see what happened that time. But that's cute. This is a different Falcons team, though. That's what I'm going to say.
It's the same team.
It's a road game for everybody. Those guys have been playing bad. I'm not putting that much juice in the Jags. This week is going to show me a lot about Bijan. He's coming off a game where he didn't have, you know, his breakouts like he had in the first weeks. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to see if he bounced back. But I'm going to give him a little bit of juice. I think I'm going to take the Falcons right here. I will say, I understand why this is another 3-point game. And you're definitely right. If they get down, they can't run the ball like that.
Nope.
They're going to have to pass, which has been a problem because Ritter cannot air it out.
Nope.
He ain't airing it out. I don't know. It's not enough chemistry going on, or I don't know. It's not enough quarterback production. I wouldn't be surprised if we seen a Taylor Heineke sighting somewhere in the next couple weeks if they keep going down. However, with this game, given how the Jags have been playing,
no Heineke.
You got two guys. You got two guys trying to bounce. Two teams trying to bounce back off of losses. But I'm gonna take the home team, man. I'm gonna stick beside them. They're gonna say what they want to say beside me, but I'm gonna stick beside them.
I'm expecting Trevor Lawrence to have a day. The Falcons got Jared Goff went crazy in the first half against Atlanta, throwing the ball almost 188 pass yards in the first half.
Trevor Lawrence ain't been playing as clean as Jared Goff, though.
I'm expecting Trevor to play very well this game.
Jared Goff has played some of the most flawless football.
You smart bettors out there, you know what time it is. Smart money on the Jags. Go ahead and place your bet.
Yeah, that's cute. Anyway, getting into the next game, we have the Baltimore Ravens versus the Cleveland Browns. The Browns are a 2.5-point favorite. And at home, and I got to say, I get it.
Hey, listen, this one right here, divisional game, makes sense. Baltimore just came off of a terrible loss. Terrible loss against the Colts, man. They were favored by 8 points. They didn't expect to win. They didn't expect to lose that game against the Colts.
Nope.
But the Colts, shout out to the Colts, they came and brought it.
It's another team that's played better than we thought.
They playing better than what people expected. They brought it. The Browns, they had a great win. Great win this week.
Yes, they did.
Deshaun Watson, he's coming true to form.
Deshaun Watson said he tired of y'all talking about him. He said he heard what y'all said.
I was saying no Chubb, no dub, but they got the dub last week without
a good dub.
Good
dub. Amari Cooper had himself a day also.
With all that being said, division game, Baltimore off of a loss. Lamar Jackson is my quarterback. I'm taking Lamar. If they're giving Lamar 2.5 points, I'm taking Lamar to get this dub versus Cleveland in Cleveland.
My problem with that is Lamar Jackson has damn near the same rushing output as all of the combined running backs he's had. Mm-hmm. He's probably about 50 yards behind them by himself. Mm-hmm. They're about to start a fourth running back for week 4, possibly.
They got a lot of injuries. That's one thing to know.
They do have a lot of injuries, and the run game has been a problem since J.K. Dobbins went down with the Achilles. I don't know. I feel like you're putting too much pressure on Lamar to run and make passes. And we're talking about a Cleveland Browns defense. We know Myles Garrett is going to get back there. Mm-hmm. Like, he going to put some pressure on you. He going to make him scramble. He going to make him run. The defense is going to put some pressure on you. So my thing is, I think the defensive pressure is going to get there. It's going to cause some sacks, possibly some turnovers. I feel like the defense will do enough. Jerome Ford look good. Mm-hmm. Look good. So I think, with that being said, I'm going Browns. I'm taking the Browns at home. I think them dogs going to be out. And that's why I'm rolling with it, man.
I respect it, man. I respect it. Division game, I'm leaning with the better quarterback.
Much love to Lamar Jackson, but we're going to see which Deshaun show up. That makes a difference also, but I'm still leaning Browns. So
not a bad one.
Next game on the slate, we have the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Tennessee Titans.
Tennessee Titans, man. Cincinnati, they just got to win. Their first
Bounce
win.
Back.
They needed it.
Another capping ass coach.
They needed it. I knew Burrow was going to play. His ass shouldn't have been out there.
He didn't look that bad, though.
He stayed in the pocket. He was delivering quick throws. They had a good strategy for him.
They did what they should do every game. He's supposed to stay in the pocket. You got Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd as your third. Yeah. You know, you got options.
What they did was move Jamar Chase all across the field, put him in the slot, and he was just cooking. He was just cooking. I see. 12 catches, 15 targets?
Yeah.
$140 or some shit like that.
Wow. That boy went off.
Went crazy.
Jamar Chase, at one point, he was at my crib watching the game. And I was like, this man's everywhere at once.
Yeah.
So if that's a good sign for them, a good start, despite the calf injury, they protected him pretty well. I only seen him scramble maybe a couple times to get up out of there, which was good. I think that's a good sign for the Bengals to start righting the ship, in the offensive production against a Tennessee Titans team that has not had crazy output.
Tennessee got their ass beat by Cleveland last week.
Yeah, they did.
They put up 3 points.
They put the smackdown on them folks.
So I'm going to go here. This is where I'm going to take it. I think Tennessee is going to have a better game than they played against Cleveland last week.
Okay.
They're at home.
That's not saying much.
Cincinnati, even though Cincinnati came out with the dub yesterday, I didn't like how long it took
for them to score.
It took too long. It seemed like the crowd was kind of quiet. They didn't get into it until the end when their defense started showing up, when they started getting turnovers against, Matt Stafford. But with all that being said, I'm taking the Cincinnati Bengals to go ahead and get this win. They got a better defense, got a better offense. I'm taking the Bengals.
Yeah, for sure. I think the Titans give up some passing. So I'm taking the Bengals in this spot. I think they figured out what they can do with Jamar Chase to get him going.
Yeah.
And that is very key. I don't see any reason why he can't go out there and do it again.
Right.
With the protection they had, it should be good enough against Tennessee. And even if they do eat up a lot of clock, that's a good thing because Tennessee offense moves slow. Mm-hmm. So they can take up a whole bunch of time and go down there and get a field goal. So the Bengals will take up a whole bunch of time and get a touchdown. It's a difference. So I'm taking the Bengals. Next game. We have the Basura Bowl.
Garbage Bowl, Trash Can Bowl. The Denver Broncos and the Chicago Bears at home in Chicago. Bears getting 3.5 points. What you got?
I'm sorry. I went into a deep, dark dive and deep thought of how bad both of these teams have played. I just got reminded of so many moments where they just effed it up. Mm-hmm. The Broncos are coming off one of the most embarrassing losses of all NFL history. So I would hope that there's some type of fight in you to come back and do something. Yeah. To right the ship, do something. Give them something positive to talk about. I mean, you just got to see one go in at this point. The Bears are the underdog. The Broncos are the favorite again. It's not the first time we've seen this. They're the favorite by 3.5, but they're playing against a team that has also played so bad.
Trash.
Just lost their defensive coordinator. A good friend of mine hit me up. He was like, "Yeah, you seen what happened with Oregon and Colorado? You seen how the defense couldn't stop anything, so that pushes a lot of pressure on the offense to push the ball and force things or make something happen." I think that's happening a lot with Justin Fields. Yeah. And I think the Broncos have enough weapons to at least score on that Chicago Bears defense. So I'm going Broncos in the Basura Bowl. The only saving grace is if Justin Fields have a miracle game.
Yeah, I agree with you on this one, man. I'm going ahead to take Denver Broncos on this one. They got to recover after this 70 burger that the Dolphins dropped on them. They have to. And the Bears, their defense is just terrible. And I'm not going to, the Bears need to win this game too because Kansas City beat the brakes off them. That game was done in the first half. It was like
Kansas City is.
It was like 30-0 in the first half. You know what I'm saying?
But Kansas City didn't put up a 70 ball.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Both of these defenses played bad last week, played terrible last week. But I believe that the Denver Broncos defense is better than the Bears defense. And then offensively, I do see the Denver Broncos putting up points, right? You got Cam Sutton, you got Mims. I think Russell Wilson, he's been playing better than last season. They've been averaging more points than last season so far.
That's not saying much, though.
So I'm taking the Broncos.
They could have scored one time and
I'm taking the Broncos.
Points than last season, so that don't mean nothing. But I'm definitely taking the Broncos. Yeah. Broncos country.
Let's ride.
The next game on the slate, Los Angeles Rams versus the Indianapolis Colts. This is a tough one. Yeah, it's tough. It's tougher than we think it should be. Mm-hmm. Just because the Colts have played surprisingly well in a lot of games and situations. I think these Colts definitely have a good shot at this game. They're actually the favorite by 1.5 points at home. Yeah. I don't know about that.
I still don't believe in the Colts. I'm going to be honest with you. Even though they played the Ravens very, very well, the Rams, I think the Rams are a better team than what credit is being given to them, given their current situation with their wide receiver. I mean, they got some guys stepping up, man. Tutu Atwell, Puka Nacua. Those dudes stepping up. I need
Kyron Williams.
I need Williams been playing well at the backfield. Tyler Higbee been playing well as well.
Yes, he did.
I need Van Jefferson to show up.
Man, that boy.
I need Van Jefferson to show up.
He had a good catch downfield on Monday night. He had a good catch downfield. I'm not seeing a whole lot of production out of him, but he did have a sighting.
I'm going to just say this. The Rams, they played very well on the road in Cincinnati last night.
Yeah, they did.
Matt Stafford threw two picks.
Yeah, he did.
2 terrible picks.
It was deflections, though.
One was a deflection. The other one was just a bad throw. The first one was bad. He did a little sidearm as a pick. It was terrible.
Yeah.
And then they also took a touchdown off the board.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say that they played good against Cincinnati.
They didn't play bad.
You know what I'm saying?
They didn't play bad.
If you take off those 2 picks, we got a different ball game. They giving that touchdown to Tutu Atwell. We got in the beginning. We got a different ball game. I'm taking the Rams on this one.
I'm taking the Rams also. I'm inclined to agree with you. The Colts have played better than I've thought, but I don't know. Is Anthony Richardson coming back this game?
He
off
might.
Concussion protocol.
Usually,
he might be back in there.
Usually, when there's a concussion, the dudes sit out for like a week and then they come back and play.
So I mean, I'm with the assumption that Anthony Richardson is going to play. Like you said, he runs the ball. I'm not expecting too many deep shots down the field. But the Rams defense has been serviceable.
Yeah, and they play zone. So it's like when you play in zone defense against a scrambling quarterback, you got guys that can corral the football. So that's not gonna keep him contained. He gonna cut loose. You know what I'm saying? Rams always play 2 high safeties and they play zone coverage.
Yeah, and then they get some pressure with, guys like Donald doing phenomenal swim moves on the line and just throwing people around with one arm.
Yeah, young defense though.
Young defense. They're a solid defense for a young defense. But, I'm going to go Rams on this one. Next game on the slate. Good one. Miami Dolphins versus the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo.
Woo.
The Bills are a 2.5-point favorite in this one. This is a tough one.
Yeah.
It's kind of that Bills defense last week looked like an immovable object. But the Miami Dolphins offense last week looked like an unstoppable force.
Yeah.
So when those two collide, what do you get? I'm going to go Dolphins.
You going Dolphins on this one?
Actually, I'm going to go Dolphins. I'm going to go unstoppable force. They are fast.
Yeah.
They are so fast, they make fast people look not fast. Okay? It looks like 4 Sha'Carri Richardsons out there on the field catching the football. And they move in that offense. They're in a good rhythm. You got Tua. He's healthy right now. Hopefully he stays that way. Like we said, concussion protocol. We're probably expecting Jalen Waddle to come back. You got the penguin, you got the cheetah, you got animals everywhere. That combined with a good game out of A-Chain. Mostert has been consistently pretty good this season. Very good. The Bills defense, they played great last week. However, I don't know what any defense can do with that.
Yeah, we haven't seen it yet.
What can you do with that?
I haven't seen it yet. Well, but New England did well with it. They slowed it down, and when they slowed it down, they just
slowed
ran
it down. And they ran.
Yeah, they ran it. They ran it very effectively.
So that's what I'm saying. What can you do with that? So I'm taking the Dolphins.
Yeah, I like that pick. Buffalo is good, and obviously they're pretty damn good at home as well. So that's probably why they're getting that slight edge, 2.5.
They are good.
The factor here is
the Dolphins' defense is not that great.
The factor here is Josh Allen, man. The factor here is Josh Allen. I think if Miami goes up pretty quick and they throw in deep balls and touchdowns and shit like that, Allen want to play hero ball, man. He gonna want to be that guy.
He gonna press it.
Yeah, he gonna press it. Hell, he threw a bad pick last week too. So it's not like the dude doesn't throw interceptions and turn the ball over. He does. But I'm going to take your side on this one, man. I'm going to take Miami. I'm taking Miami.
I like it. I like to hear it.
I'm on the bandwagon.
I like to hear it. Oh, man. Wasn't expecting you to say that.
I didn't want to.
But I'm glad you did.
I kind of want to take it back.
Too late. Anyway, next game on the slate, the Minnesota Vikings versus the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, in Carolina. Carolina getting 4 points. Minnesota favored by 4. What you thinking?
Sorry, I was going back into a deep, dark hole thinking about how bad the Minnesota Vikings defense has been playing. I even contemplate putting my Minnesota Vikings hat back on. I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to do that. Andy Dalton was very serviceable in Bryce Young's absence.
Yep.
So much so it made me even question,
should Bryce Young
start?
No, he shouldn't. He should sit his ass down. That's what he should. That's what they should have did in the beginning of the season.
So, the Dolphins. I mean, sorry, Dolphins. That 70 burger is still on my mind. The Panthers are a 4-point underdog in here, but I'm contemplating taking the Panthers, man. I'm leaning Panthers on this one.
Wow.
I think Thielen starting to get some rhythm. Hayden Hurst didn't do much the past couple weeks, but I mean, against that defense, you and me might be able to get open. So I'm taking the Panthers.
I'm gonna take the Vikings on this one, man. The reason why, Vikings got to win. It's must win. They 0-3. They 0-3. It's must win. I mean, Panthers are 0-3 as well, but I'm gonna go with the better quarterback, the better receivers. The Vikings gonna be able to score points. I don't see the Panthers being able to keep up with the Vikings scoring points offensively, even though they got Andy Dalton, this and that. They did score a lot of points in Seattle. That wasn't bad, but I think a lot is on the line for the Vikings. This is a desperation game. They need this, and I think the Vikings are gonna get
the Panthers' defense ain't no slouch though.
It's not, but the Vikings' offense ain't either.
No, it's not.
You know what I'm saying? So
their offense is good.
I'm giving the edge to the Vikings. Go ahead, Vikings. Skull.
We gonna see. I don't know about that, but we gonna see. Next game on the slate, we do have the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Houston Texans.
Pittsburgh, that money team, man. Whenever they're an underdog, you better take them, especially on prime
time. They are
time.
the favorite this week, though.
Yep, they are the favorite.
3-point favorite on the road against the young Houston Texans.
Yeah. This one's tough, too, but I think I'm going to lean more so Pittsburgh on this one. That defense, man, is legit. You know what I'm saying? TJ Watt, Highsmith, Minka, like Robert. You got dudes. You got Pat P. Like, you got dudes back there, man.
Listen, man. TJ Watt.
And the way that the Houston Texans like to air it out, they're in trouble. Because you're going to let TJ Watt go off. You're going to let Highsmith go off. You're going to let Minka go off. I'm taking Pittsburgh to get this dub right here, man. I like Pittsburgh.
Hey, man, TJ Watt is going to he's going to be getting some camera time. That boy gets some camera time every week.
Like Pitt.
Young team, a lot of experience, good coach. Of course, Tomlin, he's a strategist, man. Like I said last week, when it was the last time they had a losing season. They do like to play bully ball. I think that's a difference from what the Texans probably have experienced with some of these other teams they have played thus far. So I'm definitely leaning towards Pittsburgh on this one. It is a tough one, though, because those young Texans are dynamic. But I think Tomlin wins out in this one just off of strategy, not necessarily off of talent. Because the offense hasn't been doing crazy good.
Yeah, Pittsburgh going to out-physical the Texans, man. I just think that's what it's going to be.
Yeah, I think they got to bully ball them.
Yeah.
All right, man. Next game on the slate, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the New Orleans Saints.
Who that? Who that
Nation is a 3-point favorite at home against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in a division game.
Yeah, this one's tough. Derek Carr is injured. Jameis Winston's probably going to be starting, but Alvin Kamara comes back off a suspension. His first game back at home in the Dome. Tampa Bay just came off of a loss. I like the Saints here to win, but win close. It's not going to be a blowout by any means. It's a divisional game. I even think that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they were looking ahead to this game last night, low key. They didn't play very well last night, but I think I'm going to take the Saints on this one to get that dub.
They didn't play very well in the second half, more so than anything.
Even though I don't want to take it because Jameis Winston, but I'm taking the Saints.
I'm going Bucks. I'm going Bucks because of the simple fact of the Saints just came off of a tough loss, but I think Tampa Bay is playing with a little bit more cohesiveness thus far. They've been a surprisingly well team.
Mm-hmm.
They lost to a very good Eagles team. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not mad at them for that. I understand the Saints should bounce back at home, but I don't know what type of production you're getting out of Jameis. I love him. He's a walking comedy show.
I don't know what Jameis
Love
gonna
him.
do, man.
That boy is hilarious.
That's my only.
But I don't know what you're getting out of Jameis. At least with Derek Carr, it's a roller coaster sometimes, but he can throw the ball. He can do certain shit. So I expect him to, be able to get to the weapons. I don't know what type of reads I'm gonna get out of Jameis. So that's tricky. Kamara coming in, he got to get in the rhythm. I mean, he hadn't played at game speed in a minute. So, but I mean, he's a dynamic player. He's a multi-threat player. So I mean, I get it. He got weapons that helps him, but I'm still leaning towards Bucks, man. I don't know what they're gonna do with Mike Evans. They might just take the top off.
You know what's crazy? The Eagles ran down the Buccaneers' throats last night. The Saints would do the same thing.
Maybe.
I'm calling it Saints.
I mean, that's if Kamara comes out the gates
It ain't
running
even
like
got to
that.
be Kamara. It can be Taysom Hill.
Hey, we'll see. The next game on the slate, we have the Washington Commanders versus the Philadelphia Eagles in another division game. The Eagles are 8-point favorite in this one.
At home.
At home.
Easy. Nothing else to say here. The Commanders were frauds, all right? The first 2 weeks, they played nobodies, okay? They go and get their ass blown the doors blown off of them by Buffalo.
But it's a division
At
game.
home. Division game, that's cool. They may not cover, Philly may not cover the spread, but Sam Howell has been exposed by a legit defense in Buffalo. Philadelphia's defense is probably better than Buffalo's defense, so I expect the same thing. I'm taking Philadelphia to win this one outright.
Yeah, I'm taking Philly for sure. I'm not going to have all those harsh words about Washington. But I am taking Philly on this one. They're just a better team all around, offensively, defensively. I think that's hard to stop. So, I mean, with that being said, give me the Eagles. Next game on the slate, we have the Arizona Cardinals versus the San Francisco 49ers. This is a surprisingly good game on the schedule. Was not expecting this to be a good game.
Fucking Niners favored by 14.
Yeah. They are favored by 2 touchdowns. And I'm going to tell you right now,
crazy.
I don't like that spread. I don't like that spread. They beat the Giants by 18 without Saquon.
Took them a while.
Took them a while, but they won by 18 without Saquon, though.
So you say that to say what?
I say that to say Connor has been running down folks' throat. James Conner don't care who he playing against.
Yeah.
You seen what he did to Dallas.
Yeah.
So I don't like that point spread.
Nah.
I do think San Francisco is good enough to win this game for sure. I think they just have too many weapons. So with that being said, I'm going to take San Francisco to win. But them points, though, I don't know about 14.
Yeah.
I don't like that 14.
I don't know. The Niners be covering big spreads, though. They good for it. I'm going to just go ahead and say this. Nothing else to be said here. 49ers are not the Cowboys, all right? The 49ers are going to take this. They're going to dominate the Cardinals because that's what the 49ers do. They beat up on the bad teams like they're supposed to do. They don't get upsetted by trash-ass teams. So I expect the 49ers to not do what the Cowboys did last week and cost people fucking money, all right?
Lots of money. Yeah, you heard what he said. Anyway, next game on the slate, we have the Las Vegas Raiders.
The Raiders.
Versus the Los Angeles Chargers.
Chargers.
Bolt up, man.
Chargers favored by 5.5. I don't like it.
I don't like the point spread.
Did you see what Devontae Adams did the other night?
showed extreme signs of life. He almost brought them into a W himself.
By himself.
But Keenan Allen has been playing like a man possessed. And that Raiders defense last night showed me that Yeah, they ain't doing much on Sunday night. Excuse me.
Yeah.
They didn't show me much. Still, you know, I understand you got your boy Peters out there, all that, most interceptions, whatever, blah blah blah.
Without Chandler Jones, they ain't getting no pass rush, man.
No,
they got Crosby. Crosby
was back there.
Yeah,
Crosby been in
Max
faces.
is a dog, but it's the Raiders, man. You know what I'm saying? And I think they cover the spread. I don't think they win. I'm taking the Chargers to win this one outright. And that buys Staley another week. But I tell you what, if Staley doesn't win this game, he loses a week. Right?
He loses a week. He said Staley bought 3 more weeks with that last W. He loses a week if he loses this game.
Absolutely.
So
it's a division game, man.
It's a division game.
It's a must win for the Chargers.
Win,
must win for the Chargers.
Staley buy himself 2 more weeks.
Yeah, must win for the Chargers. Dog.
So hey, I like it. It's a good spot for the Bolts. Prayers up, Mike Williams. Hate to see that happen, but I think they still got enough weapons out there on offense to make it happen. And
Eck might come back.
Yeah, if Eck is coming back, I'm definitely bolting the fuck up. So, next game on the slate, we have the New England Patriots versus the Dallas Cowboys.
Yep. Cowboys on upset alert. I'm just playing. Nah, this is an easy one, man. Dallas at home. They just came off of a bad loss. They got embarrassed. Got embarrassed.
I know Michael Parsons had some, some issues during the game. Had an injury and all that. You down Trayvon Diggs, all that. Yeah.
They went out there to Arizona thinking that they was gonna just practice and win.
They thought it was. This is Arizona.
They thought it was light work.
Same Arizona that you thought, bro.
Now I expect Dallas to win this game. I don't think they cover their spread though. I think they win.
That, 6.5?
6.5, yeah. I don't think they cover the spread, but I do think they win. I'm going ahead and take Dallas to win this game at home.
Yeah, I'm not rocking with Dallas on the spread for a minute. They're going to have to show me something.
That offense is kind of sketchy.
Yeah. Yeah. They want to cook sometimes, then they want to, be on a light boil.
They offense sketchy,
and then
man.
they just want to be ice cold.
Dak Prescott ain't it. I'm trying to tell you. Dak ain't it.
Well, I mean, we've been saying that for a long time, but
he ain't it.
They love him. They're going to stick beside him.
That pick inside the red zone was awful. Awful.
Hey, man, listen.
I wouldn't have thrown that. The nigga's right there. Awful. Dak, you're trash, bro. I'm sorry. That was a bad decision. Terrible decision. Yeah,
it was a bad decision. It was bad. But unfortunately, I got to pick them because the Patriots don't put up that many points. They do play some good defense, so I don't think this is going to be a high-scoring game. The over and under on this one is 43. That's an interesting one to look at. Maybe an under. But I'll probably stay away from it too.
Yeah, I'm fading it.
I do take a glance at it. Anyway, next game on the slate, we have the Kansas City Chiefs versus the New York Jets.
The Jets. Kansas City favored by 10 points right now. Jets at home. Still got Zach Wilson issues. As long as the Jets got Zach Wilson playing quarterback, they're not winning any games versus any good teams. Kansas City is going to come out here, and they're going to do what they got to do. I think Kansas City will probably dominate this team.
The point spread is 10. The Jets' defenses still continue to play serviceable most games. They haven't been as dominant as people think they will be.
Nope.
Or as people projected.
I think they lost juice when Aaron Rodgers got hurt.
Aaron got hurt. They was like, oh, my God,
soul,
we got to play.
They soul just left.
It was like, bro, we got to play.
Yeah, Chiefs on this one. No problem.
I'm taking the Chiefs for sure, even on the road. Jets, not getting my bets.
Oh shit.
Next game. Ooh. You tell them.
Last game on the slate, man. Monday Night Football, third primetime game in 4 weeks for the New York Giants at home versus the Seattle Seahawks. Giants favored by 1.5 points.
This is your team versus your team.
Giants favored by 1.5 points. You kind of right about that. I do like Seattle.
You love Seattle.
I like Seattle because Seattle is one of those teams. They cover and they win games when they supposed to most of the time.
You some Seattle.
Seattle wins me money.
You even got Geno and Metcalf on your fantasy.
I do.
You love you.
Not intentionally though. This game right here, I don't like the spot because the Giants. I would prefer the Giants being an underdog here, to be completely honest.
I don't know why they're 1.5 point
I don't
favorite.
know why they're 1.5 point favorites either.
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
This iffy Saquon might play, might not.
Saquon might play.
Saquon, they had their essential.
Saquon has to play.
He has to. They essentially had their built-in bye week.
Yeah.
With the Thursday night playing on a
10
Monday
days off.
night.
Yeah.
You know, large stretch. I think that definitely plays in their favor to give Saquon some more time to heal.
Yeah.
So I would expect him to play. You better play. I got you in one of my fantasy leagues. I need you to play.
Yeah, same.
I'm
gonna just say this: no Saquon, no Dub. That just is what it is. I mean, everybody knows that Daniel Jones is 1-11 on primetime football games. Not in our favor. Our defense played like trash against the 49ers last week.
$80 million.
Yeah. So I mean, $40 million a year. So what? I'm gonna just say this: I'm a homer. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Giants at home. I wish we were underdogs. I feel a lot more better if we were underdogs, but I'm going to take us at home. They're giving us 1.5 points. We win by a field goal.
You better not let your 12-man family hear you say that. I'm taking Seattle on the road. All right. Saquon is back. If Saquon is back, that definitely gives them a clean shot at winning this game. However, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to get out of the Giants. That passing game is still a struggle.
We don't know who we are.
Yeah.
We don't know
and
who
it's
we
hard.
are.
I don't know if this is the spot where you figure it out.
It's not. This is a spot where you got to win. We should figure it out in practice.
Yeah, but they not. I don't know what they're doing at the practice facility, but it's not getting you some dubs.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going Seattle on this one. All right, man. So you heard the rundown.
Yep.
But before you run off,
it's the favorite segment of the week, man.
You got to hear the best bets, bro.
The best bets of the week.
We talked about all of them, but you got to know what's the best ones that you probably want to rock out with, you know, for that pick, that parlay. You know, those, you need to know
that lunch money, that quick cash, you know what I'm saying? Because we're going to get you paid, man.
Yeah,
I know
man,
I am.
You got to get some monies.
Last week I was on some bullshit. I gave y'all some bullshit plays. I'm sorry. This week, because
I was 3 for 3.
I won some plays, but I gave y'all some bullshit.
I was 3 for 3 on my picks last week. I even gave a bonus.
Stop the bullshit.
I even gave a bonus of an under with Tennessee and Cleveland, under 39. That hit too. The only one I didn't get was my dog, who fought well in that game, was the Rams. They fought in that game. The coach was on that BS talking about he might play, he might not. He's day to day.
I knew he was going to play. It was a must win for him.
It was a must win. They had to put him in.
They had to play.
But with that being said, we back at it again, baby. Best bets.
Let's run it. All right, let me go ahead and give you my best bets. The lock of the week. Jags -3. All right, we already touched on this one already. Like I said, Jags on the road. Jags are pretty much at home in London. All right.
Not the lock of the week.
That's the lock of the week. Jags -3. Atlanta historically on the road is not good at winning games. Jags bounce back this week. Been having a slow start to their season offensively. I see them picking it up this week against Atlanta. The Atlanta defense allowed over like 180 passing yards in the first half. I expect the Jags to bounce back this week. Jags -3. That's the play. Best bet of the week. Lock of the week. My next one.
Go ahead.
Baltimore. I'm going to take the underdog, the Baltimore Ravens, +2.5. They're playing the Cleveland Browns in Cleveland. It is a divisional game. Give me Lamar Jackson in a close game to take this one and win it, whether it's by 1 point with a Justin Tucker kick or whether it's by 3 points. I'm taking Lamar Jackson to win, to cover in Cleveland against the Browns.
That's your best bet?
And my last one.
That's tough.
I am taking, this one was kind of hard for me to do. It's another 0-3 team. I'm taking the Minnesota Vikings on the road at Carolina to win, -3.5. That's what I got.
You do know this segment is called Best Bets.
This is my best bet. Listen to what I'm telling you. -3.5. I'm taking Minnesota to beat the Carolina Panthers on the road in Carolina. They got to bounce back this week. They're desperate for a win. They're hungry. Carolina is as well.
Man.
But
Let me pull my
the
hair
Vikings have a better quarterback, better receivers, and I think they're just going to be flat out better than the Carolina Panthers, man.
Let me pull my hair back.
And those are my best bets. Jags -3, Baltimore +2.5, and the Vikings -3.5.
My bad. I had to get my hoodie right. If you read it, the hoodie says Rich. Realizing it can happen. All right. I went 3 for 3.
Let's go.
I went 3 for 3 last week. I'm trying to go do it again.
What you got?
And I feel like I picked a good 3 out of a tough slate.
Let's hear it, man.
The Kansas City Chiefs -10 against the Jets.
Woo!
That offense has been abysmal.
Double digits.
You
normally don't do that.
I don't like double-digit spreads. But the Chiefs, they've been playing Chiefs football. The Jets have unfortunately been playing Jets football. And with that being said, them Jets gone Jets and them Chiefs gone Chief. So I'm going to take the Chiefs by 10. Next game, Arizona Cardinals to cover the spread.
Ooh.
+14.
That's big.
I am pissed with Dallas. But it's not just because I'm pissed with Dallas. It's because Arizona has played a lot better than we thought.
That's a divisional
Everybody
game.
has been, throwing piles of manure on them, just feces, just throwing it at Arizona. But they've been ducking and dodging it. You know what I'm saying? And they've been putting together some impressive games. They're coming off an impressive
still losing.
win. They had an impressive win last week. And with that being said, even if they lose,
they recover. Yeah.
So 14 points against that team. Give me Arizona. Next game, Eagles 4.5. I'm taking the Eagles again. I like what they're doing. They got some. This is a lighter part of their schedule, actually.
Yeah.
But even against the tough games, the way that they playing right now, I could see them winning those games if they stay healthy. So with that being said, that 4.5 points, man, give me them Eagles, man. I like them. So, that's my 3 best bets. Division game, it means something. It's a good early season win. Going into a tougher part of your schedule, I think they should definitely stack up on these wins in these games where they're supposed to win. Because once they get against San Francisco, get against some Dolphins, get against some of these other guys, they got a chance at losing. So I'm taking the Eagles. That's my 3 best bets, man.
Hey, good luck to you, brother.
Good luck to you as well, sir. Good luck to you as well, sir. But
we're not done yet.
Before you run off. Especially before you run off. You hear that? What's that you hear, son?
What the hell?
That must be that dog.
Oh, yeah.
That must be that dog again.
This is the dog of the week, man. This is where you really make money.
Get into that dog, man.
Last 2 weeks, I've been cashing in on my underdog parlays.
Yeah, he has. He's been doing good.
I do a 2-teamer every week.
Steelers Chargers last week. That was a good one.
Yeah, and I cash them in. My dog of the week this week.
Okay.
I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens, man. They're underdog. You give me Lamar Jackson as an underdog. Already touched on it. But if you give me Lamar Jackson as an underdog in a divisional game against the Browns, because the Browns are going to Brown. All right. They're going to Brown. They had a good game last week against the trash-ass Tennessee Titans.
They defense.
And that's because they got beat the week before, all right? So they had to, and they got beat by who? The Pittsburgh Steelers, right? Another division opponent. Okay. So I see the Baltimore Ravens as my underdog of the week, man. What you got?
It's not a bad one.
It's great.
It's not a bad one.
It's great.
But not convinced. I'm convinced. The one that I really like, I like them Dolphins, bro.
Ooh, that's tight.
Dolphins against the Bills. Other one I actually like, I got 2.
You're gonna lose your money.
I like the Buccaneers.
You gotta pick one. Which one?
You didn't pick.
I did. I just told you Baltimore.
You picked 2 last week.
That was on my personal parlay.
You said or Tennessee.
Oh yeah, I did. And they
got their ass beat too.
But I didn't even lose money on them because I didn't pick neither one of them motherfuckers. That's why I said I'm doing better this time. These are actual plays that I'm going
running
to play.
them.
All right,
I'm running them. Give me the Bucks. Give me the Dolphins. Those are my dogs. I'm walking 2 dogs this week, putting them on chains because they big dogs. You can't walk this with no regular leash. This is a big dog.
I'm playing it safe. I'm taking the Ravens as my only dog right now.
Man,
that's the only dog I'm gonna tell you guys. I'm gonna do an underdog.
He's gonna throw in something crazy like Sunday at 12:59
and cash
and text me
and
text me about it.
And cash.
I'm like, what is that, bro?
And cash.
But anyway, with all that being said, man,
Green Bay. I can do the Ravens in Green Bay.
Okay.
Even though it's like a pick 'em, but
that's a pick 'em.
It's still plus 100.
Hey, but hey, man, you heard our best. You heard our thoughts. You know, you heard our best bets. You heard our dogs. So I mean, with that being said, man, the only thing left to do is call them out. Wish the best of luck. Parlays, making money line plays. That's what we like to do over here. We like to win. We like to see these bets cash. We like to see y'all cash. Hit us up. Yeah. Let us know.
Let us know if any
you running
bets
some
that
of
y'all
these
play.
picks.
Yeah, if y'all run any of these plays, let us know. Let
us know if they can. We want to know.
Yeah.
We want to see y'all make money.
I know I'm running them if they cashing, so I want to know, we want to know if y'all running them and making some money.
Exactly. So that's what it's about, man. Like, share, comment, subscribe, man.
Yep.
Stay tuned for more No Hedging.
Yep.
You know how we do. We might have to talk some more fantasy. Your boy got the fantasy dub. Your boy got a fantasy dub. No, I didn't. I won by like 20. Don't play with me. Anyway, your boy got a fantasy dub. We might be back to talk some more fantasy. You know, y'all hit us up about that. I'm still open to suggestions. I'm super GM over there. I make moves every week. So, hey, hit us up. Like, share, comment, subscribe, like I said.
But until next time, stay tuned for the No Hedging Podcast. Week 4 on the way, man. We out.
Peace and love.
We out.